the Ron and Fez Show. In a politically divided year, one more thing to have to decide on. Each candidate has a set of 2 daughters that's out on the campaign trail.
And we're going, who's hotter? Is it the Bush twins or the Kerry girls? Remember last time, Fezzy, we had the Gore horse. So we've been doing pretty well with girls in elections. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Who's hotter, the Kerry girls or the Bush twins? I will say this. There's not a loser in the fact, though. You're a winner if you get anywhere into this. But first, Fez, a little...
Spy report.
Ken Jennings, the world's the greatest living American, no doubt about it. He's the guy who has been on a tear with Jeopardy. Today was a rough day, Fezzy. Ken Jennings only picked up $17,500 and had a narrow win. But he did pick it up today.
All right, Ken Jennings finally feeling some pressure.
Getting into a little bit of trouble. All right, 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez. Who's hotter?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, buddy.
We know they drink, so I got to go with the Bush twins, and Jenna looks like she'd be a bunch of fun.
Yeah, Jenna is, I think, if you're going to load this thing out, Fezzy, there's no doubt about it. Jenna is the wild girl.
Always got to be fun for Barbara II to read anywhere, any article where she's the studious one.
And remember that Ashton Kutcher did that thing where he acted like he did bong hits with her. So here's Bill. Bill, who you picking?
Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, definitely the Bush twins. My God, Jenna, my God, she's got those lips. My head.
Out of it. Here is Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, don't sleep on John Edwards' daughter.
John Edwards'
daughter. Let's leave that stepsister out of the race, shall we?
I'm missing this whole thing.
John Edwards, his oldest daughter. I think she's a 24-year-old college student. A little big like her mom.
Okay.
So let's just...
Yeah, we're just going presidential. First of all, there's nothing attractive about a vice president's daughter. There's nothing that works there at all. Here is Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, just want to say I love the show. Just started listening.
Thanks, my friend.
But I got a couple buddies that are in the Secret Service.
Uh-huh.
And they say the Bush twins are freaks. I mean, they flirt with them.
All right, that's making me pick in the Bush twins then.
I'm telling you, it's the truth. God's honest truth.
Yeah, that makes it all the better. Here's Lynn. Lynn, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hello, Benny and Fez.
Hey.
It's your very own Lynn from Tampa.
Lynn Austin?
Yeah.
Hey, darling, how are you?
Hi, Lynn Austin.
I'm calling in to weigh on your contest.
Oh, good. Now we understand that you only do every other day on your show.
Yeah, that's true. I only do every other day. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here to weigh in on your contest, boys.
Okay.
It's twins. Anytime you can get 2 chicks, I don't care if they're big and fat, that look alike.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, got to go for the twins.
You know, I'll tell you right now, I would dive over both the Bush twins just to get to Lynn Austin. Just to get next to it, Fezzy.
And those twins.
Yeah.
Guys, I miss you. I'm listening. I'm like, I'm just on the phone with BL. She's like, are you listening to Benny and Fez? I go, it's breaking my heart. It's like yesterday.
I know. Well, it's good to hear you, darling. Now, is tomorrow a work day for you?
No, today was a big work day.
Well, let me know when your next work day is. I'll call in your show. All right, honey?
No, those big 2-hour work days are just kicking my ass.
I know. Well, wait till Stern comes in next week and push back to an hour.
All right, so it's Lynn Austin. You can hear her every other day on 1010 The Buzz on the Chick Show.
I love you guys.
I love you too, honey.
See you, L.A.
Oh, that was a shocker. Here's Kurt. Kurt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Anyone with parents as screwed up as John and Teresa Kerry has to be weird, so I got to go with the Bush twins.
The Bush twins. You know what, Fezzy? They seem like they're running away with this. 866-277-4969. And no one more than former playmate, Lynn Austin. I guess you're just playmate, not former playmate.
Yeah, always a playmate.
Yeah, you're always a playmate. Lynn Austin came up with a good point. No matter what they look like, they're twins. So you can say to your friends, hey, I've been with twins.
Now, I wouldn't mind seeing this in the news. If the Kerry girls hooked up with the Hines boys, John Kerry's stepsons, from Teresa Heinz Kerry.
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life.
They're not related.
That's disgusting.
Wouldn't that be wild, though, if there's two Heinz boys and two Kerry girls?
I know that while we're having some kind of a hot chick debate, would bring in two boys and then have them be brothers. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
That would be a riot.
You know what we're going to do with you? We're going to make you every other day. BL is on to something. So enjoy tonight's show. Tomorrow you have a day off. Oh, that's disgusting. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, great. I didn't hear you say my name. Before I give you my opinion, I've got a question. What happened to the mother of John Kerry's daughters? Did she pass away? Are they divorced?
All right, Fez, you'll know this one.
She is divorced, and she's remarried, living on a big ranch in Montana, and she really, really likes to stay out of the political eye. That's why they actually divorced.
Okay. Well, personally, I think that the Kerry daughters are hotter. The only problem is that they got their father's nose. As far as the Bush girls are concerned, I wish I could take Jenna's body and Barbara's face. That would be the perfect girl.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could someday.
Not unless we get the stem cell research passed.
Here is Tony on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tone.
Hey.
What do you got, buddy? Bush or Kerry daughters?
Got to go with the Bush twins.
The Bush twins.
Yeah, they remind me of like an 80s party chick tossing a keg, Nicolas Cage, maybe Michael Anthony Hall. Got a posse.
All right, you brought up Michael Anthony Hall, which I don't understand at all, but that's between you and your God. Fezzy, the Bush twins seem to be running away with this. It's because of the partying and the twin thing. That's what's working for them. And if I was the president, I'd be working that angle. And I maybe have them, they're going to come out and be there. Why not have them in bikinis? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what do you think of his strategy? He really, so far now that he's been doing this, he takes them one at a time. I would like to see the president with one on each arm as he goes out on stage.
You're always putting a guy in the middle of this. I don't understand what's wrong with you.
I like symmetry.
I do understand. I just don't. I don't want to out you. Here is Tim. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Got to vote for the Kerry girls.
Now, why are you going Kerry girls?
Well, because for a couple of things. One, the Bush twins, they have that sort of trashy bar girl thing going on, which makes people think like maybe they could get some. But, then again, would you want them around for more than a couple of days?
I don't want anyone around for even a couple of days. So that was never it. This discussion is not about a long-term relationship.
866-277-4969. Which candidate is winning the hot daughter contest? The Bush twins, Jenna and Barbara, versus the Kerry girls, Alexandra and Vanessa.
Now, Dubs wants to add something to this. What is it, Dubs?
I did go with the Bush twins earlier, but the Kerry girls are down with abortion. So I think I'd have to go with them.
Hey, look, I don't know what their dad says, but believe me, the Bush twins may have a totally different thing. Let's just say
may be like their grandma.
I know, yeah. You know what? I've known enough Catholic girls in my life where they go, hey, say one thing on Sunday, the rest of the week you got to do what you got to do.
Later on, we will be doing John Edwards' daughter versus Dick Cheney's daughter in arm wrestling to see who you think would win that fight.
Can we just please have a guy moment and just be like guys talking about girls? Here is Pat. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. There's a website that some guy has called ILoveJennaBush.com, I think. And I'd have to go with the Bush.
You're going with Jenna Bush on this one. Jenna seems to be everybody's favorite. There's no doubt about that. Here is Brooke. Brooke, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, guys. You fellas are great. I enjoy listening to you on my drive home every evening. You're a lot of fun.
We really are.
The Bush girls. The Bush girls are the party girls, and they're always fun, no matter what. Those girls don't fall too far from Mama and Daddy's tree.
I'd like to get Brooke and Lynn Austin together. That's my new thing. That's where my head is right now. Here is Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Nader have any daughters? Can I go with a third party?
Nader never took a bride. I don't understand why, Fezzy. Never took a bride.
It's not nader time.
Yeah.
Well, there's really no, luxury pad or ranch or anything to take him back to.
Yeah.
Even if he did date.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, normally, excuses are for losers. That's my point on that one. You do whatever you have to do. If you want to, you can. Here's Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I would have to go with the Bush twins. What would happen if you ended up getting the Kerry girls pregnant and they ended up looking like their father?
Yeah, again, you're taking it a lot farther than we're just talking present day. I'm not one of those people to go, hey, let's look long term on this. What kind of a fun contest is that? Who would you like to spend the rest of your life with?
Sure, it's not like, Lucy Baines and Linda Bird Johnson, those two girls, that did end up looking a lot like their dad.
You're before my time. Here's Renee, you're on Fez.
Hey, okay, I gotta definitely say the Bush twins are hotter. I mean, twins will always beat any other girls possible.
Yeah, you're taking the Lynn Austin theory. Not a bad idea there. All right, Fezzy, let's just stop this one like it was a prize fight, because there's no sense of going on. The Bush twins have run away with it.
Yeah, overwhelmingly beating the Kerry daughters.
This is the way that the Republicans thought that the Bush polls were going to go. Little did they know it was the children.
So with Alexandria, she's the Hollywood girl. Vanessa, I believe she's studying med school. So that's their backgrounds.
All right, here's Black Earl. He wants to talk to us tonight. How you doing, Earl?
Hey, Black Earl, you there?
I got him off there.
I got him.
Hey, Earl.
Buddies.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jenna, without a doubt.
You're all about Jenna Bush.
Jenna Bush, because you won't remember what happened the night before. You get treated like an animal.
Why do the black guys always have to go for the same angle? Hey, Earl, I understand you had a big brush with greatness at a concert the other night.
Yeah, I went to the Prince show at Madison Square Garden, and a few rows to my right is Academy Award winner Nicole Kidman.
How was she looking in real life?
Very elegant, very, very Oscar winner-y.
Really?
Yes.
Now, who was she with? Anybody?
She was with some dude who's a bald guy.
Yeah.
It
might have been Christina Aguilera.
She really likes the brothers, apparently.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she's dated Q-Tip. She lived with Lenny Kravitz for a minute.
Well, you know what? That must mean a lot to Tom Cruise. He's like, yeah, kids, your mom and I aren't together anymore. She's out with another black guy. She's out with a black guy. Your mom.
I'm going to cry. Jamie Foxx must have been asking all about her while they were shooting Collateral.
Don't start, Jamie. I'm serious.
Is she seeing anyone?
Who else did you run into that night?
And 3 rows in front of us, her entourage, I swear to God, took up 2 rows. Mariah Carey.
Really? Now, Mariah Carey was considered crazy until Courtney Love made her move and just blew her doors in. How was Mariah Carey looking?
Mariah Carey, my word, she looks so hot now.
Yeah, there's not enough dishes in Pier 1 for her to smash to look crazier than Courtney.
I mean, she was wearing the white beater. She had the tight jeans on. She was looking to be seen.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear she's out and about. How was the Prince show? Great?
Prince show is the best show I've seen easily in 15 years.
Is that right? Now, what happened 15 years ago that was so great for you?
The last Prince show.
The last great show I saw was Prince at Radio City.
So you just like Prince?
I love the guy.
Or was it Morris Day in the Time was the last great show that you saw?
They do a great show. They still do a great show.
Hey, let me tell you right now, if Morris Day walked in here, I'd be nervous. I'd be like, excuse me, I need to get some water. Morris Day's here. We should only be playing time bumper music, Dubs. That's something that, as we're trying to start the new regime here, we should just be thinking all we need is the time. I don't know if there's enough of them, though. They put out, 2 albums?
3.
Well,
3, but 3 great albums.
Yeah, well, the other one's bootleg, I guess. You're all over it. Earl's got some news for you, Fez. He's now a writer. He's being published in a magazine.
Really?
I am being published in a new magazine out of L.A. called Fugue.
Fugue? And what's it about? What's your article about?
Is that like highlights?
It's called, the name of his article is White Women I Do.
It's kind of close. It's kind of written about the whole so-called 50th anniversary of rock.
Oh, yeah. So you're
so-called.
Yeah. And you're going back farther. You're saying blacks have been forgotten about.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm not even going back that far. I mean, it's just sort of, I'm only going back 5 years from when Elvis recorded the single.
Yeah, well, it's always the same thing. They stole it.
Yeah, I mean, the other part, there's a clip of Fats Domino. They asked him, like, how long have you been playing rock and roll? And he goes, well, what you guys call rock and roll now, I call rhythm and blues, and I've been playing it for 15 years.
Right.
And that was 1955.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do something on the Negro League and how that was actually better than the American League at the time? Everything that you're doing, it's all race baiting.
The so-called Major League Baseball. And an exclusive interview with the bald man that was sitting next to Nicole Kidman.
So, Earl, you using your real name, or what are you going on by?
Yeah, I'm using my real name. My
Big Nate.
Plume is my real name.
Why don't you go under Fat Cash Daddy-O, and that'll give you your writing name. Why don't you start writing about the hip-hop kids? What are you doing writing about Big Joe Turner or whoever has got you?
Actually, I might do a story on the Roots.
Really?
Which would be kind of fun.
Just stick with all Philly stuff. After that, do a story on Bake McBride. Where is he now?
Oh, wow. I was doing on Danny Ozark, but I think he's dead.
Bake McBride, the hair that just keeps on giving. All right, Earl. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, buddies.
Well, good luck, Cub Reporter.
Well, thank you, Fez.
He is, Fez. He'll be hanging around with Superman before we know it. Talk to you later, Earl.
Talk to you later.
All right, 866-277-4969, 866-277-4969. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Jim, you there?
Turn your radio down. I'm not gonna play games with you, Jim. I'm not gonna sit there if you can't. And I'll point this out to the kid phone screeners. You got to be on it, boys. I know one of them's in a big depression, and he only comes in once every 2 weeks. But you got to keep up with the calls there, pals. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Because I was talking about this during the fastest hour with John Edwards. One of the things that they're attacking him on is the fact that he was a trial lawyer, and he's taking big heat on being an ambulance chaser, stuff like that. Why is it when anyone brings up the fact that they're a lawyer, the jokes come in, the bad stuff comes in, but like if something happens to you, you want the best lawyer immediately, or if you became a lawyer, your mom would be ecstatic. Why do we have this kind of double thing where we want lawyers, we need lawyers, and then we end up hating them?
Yeah, it's just you hate anyone who's against you at the time.
Right.
Where it's like if you're trying to walk down,
not necessarily. I mean, they hate to hear about other people. They hate when people get really mad at lawyers when a hospital gets sued and it's somebody else. It's not them. Or they hate to hear that lawyers are getting big money for somebody who, fell down somewhere. But if it was your case, you'd be ecstatic about it. I'm wondering, have you ever been sued before, Fez?
I've never been sued, but I have had to go in for depositions and stuff.
Have you ever sued anybody yourself?
No.
All right, let's put this one out there. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Have you ever been sued, or have you ever sued anyone? It seems like it's the big American pastime. If you're in business for yourself, if you're an entrepreneur, you better be used to going into court. If you own a restaurant or a nightclub or you want to get into that business, you got to say to yourself, I am prepared to go to court. You can't be anxious about it. You can't treat it as a negative thing. As a matter of fact, you've got to get to be pretty good at it in today's society. How about you, Dubs? Ever been sued or sue anybody?
No, but I've been threatened plenty of times.
Everybody in this business gets threatened all the time. What were you threatened on?
I was actually threatened a lot when I used to run a pizza place.
Yeah.
And I'd get threatened over a wet floor and someone slipping.
Slip and fall?
Yeah, slip and falls all the time. Even when we'd have the thing out there. The floor would be mostly dry.
Yeah, I'm not a judge. I'm not going to sit here and work this for you.
Well, they would still fall and say it was a wet floor after
we had a sign.
Now, do you feel like they even had a lawyer, or they were just trying to run a scam, like somebody looking for a free pizza or $50?
Oh yeah, they would always say, well, we can put this away for right now if you just give me $200, $300.
Right. All right, 866-277-4969. Let's open up the phone lines. Have you ever sued anybody, or have you ever been sued? 866-277-4969. Be back in a second. It's the Ron and Fez Show.